everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I am doing this little Christmas challenge here with my daughter who has a YouTube channel. It's simply Jessica's Hauls and More. I will link her channel below so you can go over and check out what she did with this. I have no idea what she's doing with hers, but this was her idea to do it with this wooden, what are they calling it? A wooden hanging decor from Crafter's Square. This little guy here is about 11 3/4 circle. So it's a really nice size to do something with. So we figured we would do something for Christmas with this. So what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to pop out this little hanger, get it out of the way, and then we're going to put that back on after we're done. And this is the thing here, if anybody wants to check these out, or if you want the number here, you can just pause it and get that. But yeah, that's what we're using. So I'm going to use this wooden circle. I'm also going to use a gift bag because I love making decorations with gift bags. This should be really pretty quick and easy. I'm going to put a little paint on here, so we're going to have to wait for that to dry. But first, before you paint anything, you're going to want to take your image. Now this bag, one side had this really pretty glittery image on it. And they have so many pretty gift bags at Dollar Tree. So I just opened it all up and cut it in half is what I did with this thing, and peeled off this little support they have there for the handle. I just peeled that off and then just opened this all up. Now this side doesn't have any glitter. So you're going to take your circle and then you're going to place it here, which I already did. I'm trying to get a little head start on this here. Place it here where you want it. I want to leave a little extra room at the top because I want to add some pretty decorations to this when we're all done with it. So you're just going to place that down over your image where you want it, then take a pen or a pencil, whatever you have, and then just trace around your circle. Like I said, this is going to be really easy and really pretty. So I'm going to cut that out here in a second. I'll do that off camera because you guys know how to cut out a circle. So first I want to paint the back of this. I want to paint the back of this, just going to give it one coat of the Home Decor chalk paint. This is the white Adirondack, and I think that'll be good enough because, you know, it's just the back. The front you don't need to paint because we're going to put that image on there. So this stuff covers really good. I should use a bigger brush because this will take a minute, but I'm going to finish this up off camera, and then we'll just let that dry. And then I'm going to also cut out that image from the bag. So far, real simple, right? We love simple, easy peasy decorations. And that's it. I'm just going to give it one coat, and that gives it a pretty decent coverage with the chalk paint. So I'll finish that up off camera. I'm just going to continue painting that white. And then while that's drying, I'll cut out, of course I got paint all over my finger just doing that little bitty bit. I need a paper towel here. I don't know where my paper towels are. Here they are. So yeah, that's all we're going to do. And I'm just going to take my scissors here, and we are just going to cut out this circle. So after I get that cut out and our wood piece is dry, we'll come back and put this image on. Alright, we got the paint dry on here. It's glitter all over it from that bag I had on this table. That'll brush off, but I think that looks good with just the one coat of the white paint on there. So now I have my little circle cut out. So you just got to figure out exactly where your top is here. So it's going to hang nice and straight. So I think like right there should be good. I'm just going to stand up here, make sure I get this up where I want it. Alright. Well, luckily they're kind of tilted, so if I don't get it perfect, then it won't be that big of a deal. Alright, I think that looks good right there. I'm not going to worry about covering these holes up yet. If I need to, I'll just punch out with a, you know, hole puncher a piece of this stuff and cover it up. But I think that my decorations will cover this up. So now you're going to take some Mod Podge or whatever glue you want to use. This is gloss Mod Podge from Dollar Tree. You can get that pretty much anywhere. And I need a brush here. So I'm going to start up here on the top, and I'm just going to put a generous amount of this Mod Podge on here. And get that part stuck down so I know I have it in the right place. You just want to make sure you get a good amount of it on the edges there so they don't pop up on you. All right. I actually did find my brayer to push this down, but you know, if you don't have one, just use your hands. It'll work just fine. So now that I got that where I know it's going to be, I'm going to go around the edges here first just to make sure I get them really good. Whoops, get that out of there. Piece of pine. I always go over the edges a couple times just to make sure. All right, I think that will work. So now I'm just going to go over this here and get more of my edges pushed down really good. Like I said, if you don't have one of these, just use your hands. So these are great for getting bubbles out. You can get these at Michael. They have them, you know, like where they have the Mod Podge stuff. I actually think this was the Mod Podge brand when I got it at Michael's. And if you see any of your edges that don't seem to want to stick, you may have to go back over it. Trying to get some of these creases out of it. I did bend them the opposite direction, trying to get all those wrinkles out, but I don't think it's going to be very noticeable. Thankfully, it's right on the wood grain where they have all the folds. It's not like right in the middle of their face or something. So that should work out pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this thing over on my table behind me here, and I'm going to put something on top of it just to hold it down really good. It's kind of damp today. I think it's going to want to try and curl up on me if I don't. Right here, this edge wants to come up, so we're going to add a little more there. All right. Any other edges want to peel up on me? Nope, I think that was it. I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to set this back here, flip it over onto something I need to put on this. I need something kind of heavy, like a book or something. Anyway, I'm going to put this right up here for now. And I am going to set my glass mat on top of it. That'll hold it pretty good. Let me get it on the table there. Perfect. All right, so while that's drying, you want to figure out what you're going to decorate it with. So now I'm going to put some of this nautical rope. I love this stuff. This is the thinner one. They have a couple different sizes at Dollar Tree, but this is the thinner one. And I'm going to use this just to go around the edge of it and kind of like finish it off. I think that'll look really pretty. And then on the top, I'm going to use one of these bows, but I'm going to cut off the little tails. Otherwise, it's just going to stick right down in my little snowmen's faces. So that's what I did here. I just cut it off. So this will be the pretty little bow for the top. And then I take some of these little pine picks, and I just cut them off in sections here. I love these. I hope I can find more of these, because last year I found these at the very end of the season. They're just called mini pine picks. You get 6 of them in here, and I love these. I love the color of them. They're really pretty. Has a little bit of like gold glitter on them, but not overly done where it's going to be everywhere. So I just cut a bunch of those off here. I have like 4 pieces of that I'm going to add onto here. And then I'm also going to add a couple, I think, of these berries. I think they might be a little big, but I don't think I have any in-betweens. I'm going to have to go see. But I do want to add a couple red berries to it. So as soon as this image dries, we're going to come back and finish this up. All right, this is pretty dry now. So now I'm going to put on my nautical rope here. I'm going to start at the top. That way your bow and everything is going to hide, you know, the seam. I have glue stuck all over my glue gun again. It'll hide the seam. And I think the easiest way to do this is actually to put the glue on the nautical rope. So I'm going to start up here and then just get this to go around the edge. I'm doing this on my glass mat here. That way I don't have to worry about it getting stuck to the paper. So you kind of need something underneath it if you have like a silicone mat or something. But let's see. I don't know what the easiest way to do this with would be, I'm thinking on the nautical rope, because otherwise I'm going to get it all over the place. I don't want to get much on my image. But I think this will just finish this off really nice and give it just, you know, just a little extra something. So I'm just going to go all the way around here. I'm going to try doing it on the wood and see how that's going to work for me. That might work okay. See, and then you can just pop that right off the glue. And it also pops right off your glass mat. I love these glass mats. I got this at Michael's. It's the We Are Memory Keepers glass mat. It's great for measuring stuff too. You know, if you do paper crafts and stuff. Get some of this ugly brown stuff that's hanging off of there. Alright, so let's just try doing it this way. I think it will actually be quicker. For a second. Yes, this glass mat is wonderful. Alright, so yeah, that's actually working pretty good. So we're just going to keep going around the wood piece. Whoops! Not on the image. Get off of there. There we go. Don't want it on there. Yeah, this will be much quicker. And then I'll show you how I finish off the edges. Because the end you have to add some hot glue to, otherwise it unravels. So, yeah, that's really quick this way. All right. Oh, I think that's going to look so cute. I love how it just finishes off the edges of all kinds of different projects with this nautical rope. All right, so let's keep going here. So much quicker that way. All right. And it cools really fast on your glass too, so you don't have to worry like if you pick it up and you're going to stick it back in hot glue. Alright, so here's where I'm going to end up. Hopefully I get this just right. If not, well, it'll be hidden. Yep, good enough. Alright, so now you're going to need your finger protectors. Because you see how this just kind of wants to unravel. So I'm just going to put some hot glue down here in that and then twist it the way it goes, you know, the way it's twisted. And just spin that around a few times with the hot glue in there. And then that'll keep that from unraveling on you. But you definitely need your finger protectors for that. Alright. And then I just kind of cut any excess off of there and make it lay nice and flat. And hopefully that should meet right up there on the top where I want it. Alright, so let's finish this up here. I'm going to add a little bit to the end of this one. And hopefully that meets nicely. Yes, it did. And there you go. And if you have a bunch of extra glue on your nautical rope, well, you can just pull that right off of there. But I think I got it on there pretty good. Yep. Alright, so let's get rid of this glass mat. Set that down here. Or I can just throw it. Oh, that just slid right on the ground. Well, you know what? Let me put it back to where it's supposed to be, and then I wouldn't have a problem. Sorry about that. Very sturdy. Luckily, it was mostly carpet there on the floor. All right, so then you're going to want to poke your holes through. I went in the back and I just kind of poked it a little bit with something. I'm going to peel some of this glue off when I'm done. But, and then I went on this side and just, you know, poked it through real good. Whoops, that's not it. That's one of the holes from the thing. So then you can put your string back in. I want to put this string in. Where'd you go? I think I'm going to put it through from the back. I think it will hang better instead of having the rope come up over top. And we'll hide these little things here. Yeah, I think that will hang nicer. So we're going to put this back through. It has that little plastic cap that opens up. They have that on a lot of different Dollar Tree things. So just want to open that back up and pull that there nice and flat. So that's how it will hang. Yeah, I think that'll hang nicer up against the wall. But whatever works for you. All right, so then we're going to put our bow on. That's what I'm going to put on here first. I'm going to just put that right there in the center where I glued those two together. I'm just going to hold this up here, make sure I have it straight up a little bit more. Up, up, up. There we go. There. Now that hides our nautical rope where the seam is. And if these aren't totally covered up, I'm not even going to worry about that. The holes are covered up by the bow that were in the bag for the handle, so we're not going to see that. So now I'm just going to I'm actually just going to set these here first before I glue them down. I like to do that first just to make sure I like the placement. So actually I can probably hide that. So I'm going to glue that one down underneath there. And then I want this one to go up a little bit this way. So I think that's where I want those. All right, so we're going to glue this down. I'm going to stick that under here and glue it down so it hides our little hanger thing. Whoops, don't you glue in there yet. I'm just going to add some glue to this one. You can use whatever pine you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be this kind. They have so many nice different pine things, picks and things at Dollar Tree that you could use. All right, so we'll have one that sticks up a little bit. I think I'll use this one to go up. It's a little bit longer. Grab another glue stick here. There we go. Let's see. So that one goes up that way. I think that's good. Alright, let that glue dry or cool. And is that going to hide that? Yes, it is. Yay! Alright, so we're going to put this one right up on top of that one there, and then that will hide our little hangers. Alright, so now the only thing I'm going to left do, I found some more berries downstairs. These were actually off of a pick. I'm not sure if these are from Dollar Tree, but you could use these. These come in a bag at Dollar Tree. But these are just a little bit, I just threw them on the floor, a little bit smaller. So I think I'm going to add a couple of these on each side. Alright, I think I'd put one up here. I think that'll look cute on the center of that one. And then I'm going to add another one down a little bit. Turn it this way so you guys can see, a little bit lower on this one. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and that's it. This is just going to be a simple, easy, and adorable. I love this. I love doing DIYs with these gift bags. They have such pretty prints on some of their bags at Dollar Tree, which makes it so easy to make some cute little decorations like this. And this would be a great little gift. You could write on the back, you know, if you wanted to take this with you, if you're going to someone's house, and you could put a to and from on the back and date it. You know, just a nice little decoration that they could keep. And there you go. That is all I'm going to do to this little guy. I will hang it up and take a lovely picture of this to put at the end of the video. And I can't wait to see what my daughter comes up with for her DIY with this wooden circle. But I absolutely love this one. So don't forget to go check out Simply Jessica's Hauls and More. I will leave the link to her video underneath this video, so you guys can just go over to her channel and check it out. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.